And we are live. Welcome to Sunday Catch Up. My name is Adam Holmes. Thank you for being here. We should have sound now. We should have a good vibe going. Nice to see you guys. My name is Adam Holmes. I'm a songwriter from Edinburgh in Scotland. And I've been making records for the last 15 years. And every week on a Sunday, I take a little bit of time to share some insights from my journey as an artist, as someone who's built 600,000 followers. I've shared stages with Van Morrison and John Prine. I have created 9 albums. I run 2 businesses, a coaching business and a business as a songwriter. And I run all my own social media channels. And every Sunday I take some time to share some insights from my journey, not as a perfect human being, just as someone who is learning on the path with you guys. So welcome, and I hope you're going to get a little bit of inspiration and value out of today's episode. In fact, I am pretty sure that you are going to get some inspiration and some satisfaction out of watching today's video. So thank you for being here. I was initially meant to go live at 3 o'clock. I had a slight parental responsibility that needed paying attention to, but now we're here and we're live, and welcome. And what I want to speak to you today about is how you can change your mindset in 24 hours. It's completely possible. I did it last night. I stay relatively lean, but quite honestly, my body shape fluctuates because if I'm feeling very emotional, I'll overeat. Anyone else relate to that? Let me know in the comments. That said, what I'm very good at is getting myself back on path. When you think about the job of a pilot's job is to keep a plane on track. Many people think that a pilot's job is to fly straight from one place to another, when actually a lot of the work of a pilot is the plane gets knocked off course and your job is simply to bring it back. So no matter how far you've gone down the wrong path, today's episode is going to give you some techniques that you can use to turn your life around in 24 hours. They're techniques that I personally use. The first one, focus on progress over perfection. Focus on getting 1% better every day. I was just coaching a client a couple of weeks ago and she was talking about how she's not seeing much growth on social media. She's not seeing her analytics growing. What she focused on, she's focused on everything other than getting 1% better every day. If your major aim, I'm going to get 1% better at boxing, I'm going to get 1% better at playing guitar, I'm going to get 1% better at losing body fat, I'm going to get 1% more patient with my kids, then across 90 days, you are going to be 90% better, nearly 100% better. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Just start. Small steps forward are always better than standing still. The perfect routine that you never implement has no value. The imperfect routine that you use today is everything. Number 2, focus on connection over performance. What do I mean by this? Well, today, for example, I could be sitting here thinking about how I could come across well, thinking about myself. What can I say to look impressive? What can I say to look cool? Or I can think, is there one person out there who might get some value out of today's talk? Is there one person out there who could be helped by this? Notice how that's a shift from the focus on performance into a focus on connection. And a great way of getting this focus on connection is quite simply asking yourself, who can I help? That's a great way to get out of your own head. Sometimes if I'm going on stage and I'm struggling, I'm feeling unmotivated, I'm not feeling positive about the situation, one of the things I'll do is think, maybe someone got a babysitter to be here because they love this music and they've been looking forward to it all month, and I'm here really just to offer them a good night. And so thinking about connecting to people really helps me overcome the habit of standing still. Focus on results over thinking. What do I mean by this? So many of us are guilty of spending time in the activity. Oh, I'm going to play my guitar. I'm going to play my guitar. I'm going to have a play with some songs versus I'm going to complete 2 songs in an hour. I'm going to do a bit on social media versus I'm going to create a carousel and 2 posts and a piece of long form content. Oh, I might try and make some more money rather than I'm going to DM 100 people with a specific offer today. Focus on creating results. Badass, rock star, hardcore people, the coolest people who make the best stuff are able to create results. They're able to create results when they're tired. They're able to create results when they don't feel like creating results. They're able to create results irregardless of whatever it is that they're feeling. So if you want to become a badass, if you want to become a rock star, if you want to become one of the top guys or girls at whatever it is that you're into, focus on creating results. Overthinking is a trap. Clarity comes from doing, not thinking. Clarity comes from experience, and experience comes from failure. So don't be afraid of failing. Get out there, fail faster. That's my one message for you today. Fail as fast as you possibly can. All of my successes have been built on an absolute mountain of failures. So hurry up and fail and do it in front of people and don't worry about it. Focus on now rather than later. An ounce of action now is worth more than a ton of action later. Stop planning. Stop planning for the perfect social media post. Stop planning for the perfect weight loss program. Stop planning to be more patient with your kids. Stop planning to have better friendships. Stop planning to leave that relationship you know is no good for you. Do it now. Do it today. It has to be today. The future is built on what you do today. Stop procrastinating. Focus on you rather than others. Why? Number 1, comparison is the thief of joy. Number 2, you don't have any control. You don't have control over what your parents think. You don't have control over what your children do. You don't have control over what other people think about you, whether other people respect you or not. You don't have control over it. You can't control it. What you can control is just getting slightly better every day. So focus on the controllables. Control the controllables. Focus on your own growth. Finally, focus on who you need to be rather than how to achieve the goal. So, for example, when I decided that I was going to be a songwriter, I had to go from never having recorded an album to professionally recording an album. My first album I made with a highly respected engineer who worked on albums for Nick Drake and John Martin, worked with people that worked with Simon and Garfunkel. Highly respected producer. And I was in there shaking. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a fraud. I was an imposter. I want to offer you something right now. If you feel like you're a fraud, if you feel like you're an imposter, it's maybe just because you are. You maybe just have more work to do. And that's okay. But sometimes the feeling that you're a fraud, the feeling that you're an imposter is the price you pay in order to become the person that you want to be. So don't worry if your friends and family are looking at you saying, you shouldn't be doing that, you're not good at that yet. Sometimes that's your signal that you're actually in the right place. So be brave, have courage. Courage is the most important thing. If you want to achieve anything, if you want to lose fat, make more money, have a better relationship with your kids, or have a better friendship circle, or grow your social media, or do anything worthwhile, have courage. What is courage? Courage is the ability to experience negative emotion. That's all courage is. The ability to experience negative emotion. It's a skill. Being able to experience negative emotion is life's biggest skill, because if you're willing to experience negative emotion, you're going to get every single thing that you want in your life. Life is given to those who are willing to feel the pain and work through it anyway. Yes, Rosa.
What So I could just get a horse if I wanted, but by working really hard on my lessons.
100%. The only way that you could get a horse is to become a person who is worthy of having a horse.
Oh.
So when you see the little girls who are bigger than you at the horse riding, they have skills that you don't yet have. They're worthy of looking after a horse. They know how to do it and they've earned it and they've struggled to get there. Okay, some practical steps, what you could do in the next 24 hours if you wanted to just feel immediately better, and these things will work. Push your body to the peak of your physical capacity. So if you've only ever done 500 push-ups in a day, do 600 today. Excuse me. If you've only ever run for 30 minutes, run for 35. Do something that pushes you beyond the belief that you have about your own physical capacity. Because when you do that, you challenge a story that you have about yourself. And it resets your energy, it regenerates your cells, your body and mind are connected. So do one thing which helps you to push yourself beyond the peak of your physical capacity and do it today. Number 2, only eat fat and protein. Simple, only eat fat and protein. Do it for 48 hours, see what your brain feels like, see what your soul feels like, see what your energy levels feel like. Only eat fat and protein for 48 hours. Next, avoid any of the difficult conversations that you, have any of the difficult conversations you've been avoiding. So it's mental energy that you expend when your mental house is cluttered by the conversations that you've not yet had. If that's a difficult conversation with your spouse, with your kid, with someone that you work with an old friend, with a teacher at your kid's school, whatever it may be, that unhad conversation is headspace, and it's taken away your ability to think clearly and move towards your own goals. So go ahead and have that difficult conversation today. Finally, handle the most horrible admin tasks. Tackle the emails, the bills, the paperwork, the tax returns. Clear the clutter. When you wake up, ask yourself, what's the one thing I could do today that would move the needle most significantly in my life? And you already know what it is, and you just need to take action on it. So to recap our key points today, focus on the mindset shifts and take bold action. Life fortunes the brave, life fortunes the bold. Change starts today. It has to start today. You can do this. You can change your life in an instant. I was eating last night burgers and rubbish, and I woke up today, I felt awful. I felt terrible. I had a big old burger, I had chips, I had a bit of Rosa's burger, and I felt hungover today with it. And I decided, that's it, I'm fizzy water, and I'm 15,000 steps, and I'm 500 push-ups, and I'm steak and eggs, and I'm back to work, and that's it. It's okay to fall off the wagon. It happens. Get back on. You've got a whole week ahead. You could make this the best week of your life. Let me know in the comments what step that you're going to take today. Drop a comment and let me know what step you're going to take today. And finally, come and join my club for more exclusive content. As soon as you join the club, I'm actually going to put the workbook for today's episode into the club. There are 900 of us in there. It's how I support myself and my family, and it's only a couple of bucks a month. So if you feel like you got $2 worth of value out of this episode today, come and join us in the club. And what's more, you are going to get access to documentaries, movies, workbooks for the Sunday catch-ups, courses on social media, courses on all sorts of different things, and musical content for those of you who are just fans of my music and like the music. If you want to join, drop a comment saying club. Take that action today. Let's start Monday on a high. Let's do it. Thanks so much for being here. If anyone has any questions, then right now is the time to ask them, because I am going to take a couple of questions from people just to end the live. I thought that could be a nice thing to do. Have you got any questions, Rosa?
So, about riding a horse, what do you mean is like if you want to ride a horse?
Do you want to take the microphone so that people can hear you?
Yeah.
So Rosa's got a coaching question, and we're going to...
So do you mean if you like really want to do something in your life, you can make it happen? Because like, you know those girls leading the horses? If I want that to be my future, I could just make it happen.
Yeah, how would you make it happen?
Working on riding horses.
What
getting
about
really
the
good at
boring bits? What about the bits
My
like...
teacher said I was one of the best trotters in my class.
Really? Now, here's the
She
thing,
said
okay? That's brilliant and amazing. I'm very, very proud of you about that. Here's one thing I want to say. Lift up the mic, because that's not a toy, that's a tool.
I'm gonna
Are you clipping it on? Now, it's one thing to be good at the things you enjoy, okay? And you enjoy the trotting, and you're naturally good at that. And she's said you're one of the best at that, okay? So that's where your talent is. But you know what you have to do? You have to work incredibly hard on the bits that you're not talented at. So can I give you an example of what I mean? So, I'm good at playing guitar and singing, okay? And I've always been pretty good at it. I've not had to work particularly hard at it. But what I have had to work very hard at is how to speak very clearly and very confidently. And I've had to work very hard at not being embarrassed, so that lots of people could hear my music, because when I was younger I felt very embarrassed. Do you ever have that feeling?
Yeah.
Now, when you're embarrassed, what's the problem with being embarrassed?
You don't want to do it.
You don't want to do stuff. And then what do you miss out on when you don't want to do stuff?
It's feeling good and you actually not being embarrassed.
Right, so you miss out on getting better. So in some ways, the price of getting better is to be willing to feel embarrassment. Laurie asks how to get rid of Monday work depression. Come and join the club. That's how. Comment club. Come and join us, and you're going to have loads of content to get you through the week. Also, leave your job. If your job makes you depressed, then leave it. That would be my advice. I was a builder. I worked in construction, and I used to find Tuesday afternoons thoroughly depressing. And so I left, and I found a way to become a musician and make money doing that. Now, was it like I walked off the building site and just immediately became a musician and had loads of money?
No.
No, thank you, Rosa. Obviously not, but if you wake up on a Monday morning and your soul feels like it's dying when you're thinking about going to work, where are you going, Rosa?
To get more paper.
Okay, that's fine. You've got the mic on, just so you know.
Oh.
Hey, Tammy. If you feel embarrassed and negative about going to work on a Monday, change your job. Much easier to change your environment than your mindset. Am I religious? Asked Mary. No. I believe in God, but I'm not religious.
What does religious mean?
Religious means that you're in a gang of people who think in a particular way about one thing. It's like if you're religious, Rosa, you think that there's only one way to believe in God, which seems to me not so clever, because there's so many different people out there that it seems to me it would make sense for there to be many ways to think about God. What do you think? Yeah, Tammy says, a beautiful little soul you've got there. I agree. And she's talking about you, Rosa, not me. It'd be quite funny if she was talking about me, yeah. Does anyone else have any questions before I go? Let me remind you guys that inside of my club there is documentaries, movies. We have a WhatsApp group. It's a couple of bucks a month if you want to support me and my family. Comment club, and I'll send you a link to come and join us in there. Any final questions just before we go? Feel free. Cheers, Laurie. Good luck. Hey, Erin, how are you? Nice to see you. Been a minute. Rosa, do you have any questions before I wrap up?
No.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys, if you want to... Yes.
What does it take to become a singer?
To become a singer, you have to be incredibly determined, and you have to have a strong spirit and a strong heart and a wise, patient understanding of things taking time. Everything takes longer than you think it's going to take. Trudy, we have a WhatsApp group in the club, so everyone who is in the club, all you need to do if you want to join the WhatsApp group is go to the top pinned comment inside of the club, and you will see a link to click on the WhatsApp and join us in there. There's a lot of us in there, and there's a lot of chat goes on inside of the club, so definitely come and join us on there. Mary says, I am an atheist.
What's an atheist?
An atheist is someone who, I don't really know. I don't really understand what an atheist is. They would say, I'm someone who doesn't believe in God as an atheist. What do you think about that?
I don't like the idea of it.
It doesn't make sense to me, but then I guess the word God means different things for different people, you know? So for me, the word God just means nature, kind of. Do you know what I mean? And I believe in nature.
Oh yeah, so I'm guessing she doesn't really believe that, like, the actual woman flying in the sky, God.
Yeah, that's right. There's people who think there is no God in the sky. What do you think, Rosa?
I think there is.
Do you?
God is basically just everything. So God is everywhere. God is us.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
Well, God gave birth to us.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I think that we are God experiencing God. So I think my love that I feel for you, I think God has created everything so that it could experience itself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that it could feel, because if God is everything, then God's also nothing, right? So it needs to make stuff to feel itself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't believe in religion, right? Okay, that would make me an atheist as well, Lucy. But I wouldn't identify as an atheist. I believe in a higher power. I believe in Mother Nature. I believe in that too. Hard to argue with that, yeah. Absolutely. Okay, guys, anyone who wants to join the club, comment club, and there's Sonny. There's Dad's mate, Sonny, Rosa.
Where?
Are you saying hi? He's come on the stream. Should we sing a song for them?
You can.
Do you want to?
I'm in the middle of drawing, but you can.
If I do it, will you maybe sing along a little bit?
Maybe a bit.
All right.
but I'm deep in drawing.
Okay, can you sing a little tune just to keep them company while I
Yeah.
get my guitar? Okay, we're going to sing one wee song. Hey, thanks to everyone who drops tips. Jeanette says your voice is heavenly. Rosa. Yeah, I just know because I'm in. Well, here's a wee song for anyone who's planning to have a little beer on their Sunday night. This one's called Mother Oak. Won't you come out drinking with me? Won't you come out drinking with me? For my eyes still glowing, have money to blow. Won't you come out drinking with me? I'll be ever so glad if you do. I'll be ever so glad if you do. Lose your Q's and your P's, do whatever you please. I'll be ever so glad if you do. Let's hear you, Rosa. Won't you come out drinking with me, with me? Won't you come out drinking with me? For my eyes still glowing and money to blow. Won't you come out drinking with me? Won't you come out drinking with me, with me? Won't you come out drinking with me? For my eyes still glowing, I have money to blow. Won't you come out drinking with me? Thanks, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your Sunday. That was one of my own songs. That one was called Mother Oak. And if you want to support me and Rosa, come and join the club. If you want to join, all you need to do is comment club. I'll be back on later on singing a few songs.